to the news and talk. Thanks to Smart MLS. Smart sellers ask, is my home on Smart MLS? The Voice of Connecticut. WICC 695.9. It's Melissa in the morning.
Well, you've probably noticed a lot of leaves on your driveway, the front yard, probably even on your rooftops. I know I have noticed it certainly in recent weeks. And so let's talk about fall roof readiness with none other than Eddie Griffin of Brown Roofing. Hey, Eddie, how are you?
Very good. Yourself?
I can't complain, although I hope I have nothing to complain about. Homeowners making sure that they are ready, and whether it's the wet leaves and just anything going on with the fall, I feel like this is a challenging time of the year for you guys. Maybe
definitely. Yeah. The cold weather is upon us. Winter is coming, and now is the time, right? And also be safe, because there's a lot of people that are getting up to try and clean their gutters themselves, and we don't want anybody getting hurt with the frost and things like that. But yes, this is the time. Cold weather, leaves are falling. You definitely want to make sure that part of proper protection for a roof is you want to make sure that those gutters are clean, because if the gutters are full and they freeze up, the ice can't properly get away from the roof. You could cause some ice damming in itself, and really cause some problems for the home, which make it harder to fix in the wintertime, with that cold weather. But definitely get them inspected. Definitely get them checked out before that snow flies.
Is there like a red flag, or are there red flags, Eddie, that people should be looking for? Anything, with the roof and how it looks, either shingles or, how do you know if your gutters really need a good cleaning or anything like that? Or even the misconception of, well, I had this done last year, so I don't need it done again this year. How do you know? What are some red flags people should look for?
So if you're walking around your property and you could actually see sort of like where the dripping from the gutter is starting to erode away the soil, and you'll see like indents, drips, that's usually a telltale sign that the gutter is plugged.
Okay.
Also, if you're surrounded by trees and you haven't cleaned your gutters, there is a really good chance that your gutters are full of leaves. You could look in the valleys. A lot of times some big problems that we see are sometimes people focus on cleaning the gutters but don't essentially clean the roof of all the debris, and a valley is a really good place to almost create a dam with leaves. So as the rain is trying to shed off of the roof, it's hitting this bumper of a big pile of leaves. And once that the leaves freeze, it becomes even worse, which could also, right? You want a roof to be dry. Too much shade could cause lichen, algae. You start the growth of that. It kind of starts the breakdown of the shingle. So those are like really things to tell for. But if I was going to walk around my property to actually see if my gutters are plugged without climbing 2 stories, I would get myself right underneath the gutter, and I would start to walk that line all the way around my building and see if the soil's being eroded from water cascading over the gutter.
If you have like a shingle that's either starting to curl or is cracked or anything, is that also a sign?
Definitely a sign. A lot of time, like a curling shingle, you could definitely identify from the ground. Sometimes cracking shingles are very hard to see from the ground. I would think so,
yeah.
A good roof, I always say a good roof and a bad roof, honestly, look the same. It's when you get your boots on the roof that you can really determine if everything is okay, whether you could start to see fiberglass mat, if the granulation's coming off the shingle, if there is cracking or curling or exposed nails, nail pops, all these different things, especially with the acorns falling the way that they're falling this year. You just want to make sure you get all that stuff off before snow actually sits, and could potentially even do something as simple as when you have ice build up, pop an acorn through a roof. So there's a lot to look for.
And I think the other thing too, Eddie, not that I try to be, too much of a party pooper, if you will, but it's, to me, sounds like, even though it could mean just walking around on your rooftop, when you talk about a nail could be sticking out, or you don't know if you have algae, for example, build up, and how slippery that is. And people kind of underestimate, like, you could have great sturdy boots all you want, but if you don't know how to function or look for things on your rooftop, you essentially are putting yourself in danger, and you might be missing something. I mean, when you said that a roof that's in trouble versus a roof that's in good shape look about the same, that to me screams the need to have somebody come check it out.
Definitely. And, you always want a professional, right? They say the average death from a fall from a roof is from 10 feet, right? Because your body doesn't
that's really not that high, though.
Your body doesn't have enough time to rotate, so you slip off backwards and,
Yikes.
So we don't want people going out there for something as simple as a gutter cleaning, and our inspections are free. So call us, if you believe that you potentially have a roof that's outdated or potentially have problems, call us. It's free. I would have to say 98% of roofing contractors, the inspection's free. So even if they don't call us, call somebody and keep yourself off the roof. Stay safe for yourself and for your family, and let the professionals handle it.
And does the same go for unclogging your gutters? Because you will see people who maybe don't get up on top of their roof, but they are in there, elbow deep trying to clean out their gutters. But that, too, I think could be hazardous.
Yeah. So once again, most ladders are aluminum. Homeowners style ladders are aluminum, and gutters are aluminum, and there's frost on the gutter. There's frost on the ladder, because typically the ladder's stored outside on the side of the shed or whatever it may be. In the footing, there's training that comes with the proper way to set up a ladder. So you could be too straight, you could be too far out, you could be at an angle. And typically what happens with a gutter is you start to stretch a little bit just to get that little extra foot, and that's where the accidents happen.
Yeah, that's so scary. So if people want to at least have you come out, especially because, yes, it's still October, but I'm telling you, November, I can't believe, is this weekend. If people want to at least get ahead before the winter season gets here and it gets a lot colder out there, how do they set up having you at least come out to check things out?
Very easy. Just pick up the phone and dial 203-723-1372 and schedule an appointment with one of our representatives to come out and do a thorough inspection. Or you could check us out on the web, www.brownroofing.org, and we can help you out any which way, and it's all free. And right now, for our Connecticut homeowners, we're offering 0 interest, 0 payments for 2 years, so they don't even have to make a payment until 2027.
Wow.
So with everything going up in this world right now, is the perfect time to really, one, get a free estimate, free inspection, and typically our guys will help you out. If there's a plug gutter, they're gonna pull some leaves out. We don't like to leave anybody in a distressed situation, but feel free, reach out, and we can help you out.
Yeah, now's the time. And definitely Brown Roofing. That's who I would use, and certainly you should too. Eddie Griffin, I want to thank you so much and your entire team at Brown Roofing. Thank you so much. And by the way, there's a full article on this on the Brown Roofing website if you want to learn more, so be sure to check that out as well. You are listening to WICC, the Voice of Connecticut. The Lisa Wexler Show is coming up next.